If you're a young business owner and you've been making 6 figures for the past 3-4 months, but you've been trying to scale to 7 figures, and for some reason, every single thing you've done hasn't worked. You've run more ads, you've created more landing pages, you've held more WhatsApp classes, you've even hired more assistants, but everything still seems the same or worse. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. My name is Philimona. I'm a business coach and consultant, and I've helped over 10 young business owners scale their businesses from 6 figures, 100K, 300K, 500K to 7 figures, 1 million naira and above per month. And in the course of doing this, I've come across 5 common problems that each of them faced and had to overcome before they scaled to 1 million naira. Today, I'll show you each one of them, why it's happening, and exactly how you can fix it. Now, each of these problems took an average of 2 to 3 weeks for them to figure it, overcome it, and implement it to get the desired result. But I'm going to package all of them for you in this video, show you how to identify them and how you can fix it for your business. Now, the first problem is you're not selling the right offer to the right buyer at the right price. You see, one of the hardest pills to swallow as a digital marketer or an online business owner is realizing that you're not broke because your product is bad or even because you're not getting engagement. You might have the best product. You're stuck because you're putting all that effort into pushing the wrong offer. Let me explain. A quick story from someone I helped. One of my clients was selling a 15K course, a 15K guide, Instagram Reels strategy. It was doing all right. She would make 300 to 450K per month on average. Decent, yeah. But the moment I looked at her offer, I said, you're undercharging for something that type of client would gladly pay 50K for if you just repackaged it and aimed it at the right person. So all we did was we added a few things, a 3-part training series showing her actual editing workflow. So instead of just the normal course, we showed how she edited her videos or how a business owner, her customer avatar could edit their video, a bonus script for viral hooks, 1-week Telegram support for implementation. Then we bumped the price up to 45 and changed the audience from random struggling creators to small business owners and coaches who want to grow their brand using video. She crossed 1.1 million sales the next month, and all she did was tweak her offer, the same content, better offer, and a better buy. So now this is where most Nigerian online entrepreneurs miss it. They are in this sweet spot range where they're already making 100K, 300K, even 500K per month. But no matter how hard they try to scale, the money isn't just stretching, and it's because they've built their systems and sales process around the wrong level of buyer. Let me show you how this plays out. So the first thing is you're selling a 3K or 10K ebook to people who will never buy a 100K product. The person who buys a 3K product is not usually the same person who buys a 100K product. This is why it's not just about money, it's about the urgency, awareness, and the stage of life of that particular person. Low ticket buyers are curious and they want to try small. These are people that have been affected online by all these scams. So before they even give you the money, they are still being cautious. Yeah. Or most of them are just testing the waters. You said, I can learn video editing. Let me see if you can actually teach me. So they are just testing the waters. Yeah. But high ticket buyers are committed. They don't care about the price. They are just hunting for real change and are willing to pay for it. So if you've spent months building a list of small buyers, you're not just underpriced, you're attracting the wrong crowd entirely. And I see a lot of Nigerian business owners do this. Second thing is you're undercharging your premium offers. If you're offering 6 weeks of coaching, one-on-one calls, templates, workbooks, swipe files, a whole brand strategy call, and you're charging 25K, you're not being generous. You're repelling the serious buyers who are thinking, if it's this cheap, it can't be that good. Now, whether you like it or not, there are people who are really thinking this when they look at your offer. Many of my clients are shocked when I tell them to raise their prices. But when they do, and the offer is positioned correctly, not only do they make more money, they get better clients who show up and implement. Now, the third thing you might be doing is you're confusing product value with price. Another issue I see often is someone builds a course and says, but it's just 3 videos, I can't charge more than 10K. Listen, people don't pay for the number of videos. They pay for the value of the results that those videos create. So if 3 videos can help someone close a 250K client or 10x their real view, you can charge 50K without blinking. You're not selling volume, you're selling an outcome. And I see a lot of young people who get confused. They are trying to add unnecessary videos, unnecessary clips, unnecessary offers to their product so that it will look big. And when they price it, nobody would complain. But it's not what you're optimizing for. What you're optimizing for is the results that person will get. So especially if you want to raise your prices, don't bother about, there are people who charge 1 month, 1 million naira, and in the 1 month, it's just like 4 meetings. They're not going to meet you 30 days of the month to justify the 1 million naira. They're just going to make sure that each meeting is giving you the adequate value you need to get the outcome they have promised you, right? So here's a simple mental framework. Stop building offers around what you think is worth 10K. Start building offers around what your ideal buyer would pay 100K, then work backward. That's how business owners go from I sell courses and ebooks to I sell transformation, clarity, confidence, and fast wins for a price that matches the value. So maybe this is you right now. You've got value, you've got content, but all trapped inside an offer that's either too weak, too vague, or too poorly priced for the kind of buy that will get you to 1 million naira per month. If that's the case, scaling isn't your next, repositioning is, right? So this is the solution. Here's how to fix the mismatch between your product, your pricing, and your buyer. Redesign the offer for the committed buyer. Instead of selling to the try small crowd, focus on selling to those who are ready to solve real problems now. Ask yourself, who urgently wants this solution and is already spending money to fix it? That's your ideal customer. Build a value stacked transformation, not just a product. Add things, increase perceived value without increasing your. This could be templates, swipe files, WhatsApp or Telegram support groups, weekly meetings. You can use AI to do this. This shifts it from guide to guided outcome. Now they know you're with them throughout, right? Raise the price to match the result, not the content. Think transformation-based price. Can this offer save someone 6 months of stress? Help them make an extra 200K this month, then you charge accordingly. If what you're offering someone can help them 500K monthly, it's not a sin. You're not even breaking bank if you charge them 150K. Do you see that now? So if you're optimizing for the outcome, even though it's one video, 2 videos, 1 meeting, an hour's call, 2 hours call, you confidently charge 150K because you're 100% sure this is what the outcome, this is the outcome this person would get after implementing this. So message to the next level by stop writing for hustlers looking for freebies. Speak to the entrepreneur who's willing to spend to shortcut their way to growth. So this is the result. It's the same content, new packaging, new positioning, and 2 times the revenue from better clients. Do you understand? So the second problem I saw most of these businesses have, and we had to work on them, was your offer was built to sell, not to scale. Let me be honest with you. Most online entrepreneurs in Nigeria right now are not running a business. They're running a 6-figure hustle with a payment link. Here's what I mean. You figured out how to make some money. Maybe you see a 3K book or a 25K mini course, or you offer a 20K service. You've had some sales. You know how to sell. But the truth is, what you're selling was only built to generate quick cash, not growth and not to scale. I worked with a guy once who had a 5K mini course. He had sold over 600 copies in 3 months. To most people, that looks like success. I think 5K times 600, you could do the math. But he came to me frustrated. He said, I've tried ads, giveaways, posting more content, and I'm really stuck around 400K per month. What am I doing wrong? After a quick audit, I told him this. You don't have an offer. I noticed he had just a product. Big difference. You're just selling some, but your offer isn't doing the heavy lifting. It's not designed to attract better buyers, increase what each customer is worth, or fund your next level. Your offer right now is one road expressway. And let's flip the page. Another client of mine who had a 3K ebook, same situation. He thought scaling was about getting more people to buy. So his plan was to run more ads. I asked him a simple question. How much is it buyer worth to you over 30 to 90 days? He looked confused and he said 3,000. That's the price. And that is the real problem. There is no back end, no way to turn that buyer into a 50K or a 150K customer down the line. So what happened? You keep launching new Facebook ad campaigns every month just to survive. You burn money on ads, but can't recover your costs. Your growth feels like a ceiling you can't break because every sale is the end of the story, not the beginning. That's not a growth business actually, but this is what I tell my clients. Scaling isn't about selling harder. It's about engineering momentum. Momentum happens when your offer does 3 things. Write it down. If your offer increases your profits per sale, if it creates a clear path for your buyers to accept, if it buys back your time and resources to reinvest into growth, your offer has to do these 3 things. Once we help that same client restructure his offer into a simple treat hire system, he didn't need new leads. The same people who once only paid him 5K were now paying 25K and 100K. Why? Because the offer wasn't leaking anymore. It was compounding. And this ties back to the first point I made of optimizing to avoid try small lead because you can't upsell them. So let me ask you this. If 100 people saw your offer today and 10 bought, how much total revenue would you make from those 10 buyers over the next 90 days? If your answer is 10K, 5K, or 20K max, you're depending on new sales to stay afloat. Instead of designing your offer to multiply what's already worked, it's called upselling and cross-selling. You don't need to post more or do much motivational content. For now, just know this. You're not stuck because you don't work hard. You're stuck because your offer was never designed to scale. And until you fix the foundation, nothing else will move. Here's how to fix this. Create a back-end ladder that turns one-time buyers into long-term customers. 5K to 10K as a starter for low-risk entry. 25 to 50K upsell. This could be your major course, your major product. and then 150k or 100k or 150k probably for a transformational call, private coaching, private events, bespoke system. And ask yourself, what's the next thing they'll need after this? Create that and build it into a journey. Automate follow-ups and retarget. If people say no or don't buy immediately, they shouldn't vanish from your wall. Use email sequences or WhatsApp messages. I use Serlzo for this. Automation is a very key factor if you really want to scale, because you can't be doing everything you used to do when you started out alone, right? So for WhatsApp messages and email sequences, I use one platform to do all that. Stop launching, start compounding. One offer, one clear path, multiple customer levels. I see a lot of people having different products so that they'll make more sales. If you just have one product and design the journey of a customer through different levels, someone who buys a video editing course from you to learn the skill for 5k, you could upsell a course that teaches how to edit Facebook ad videos, faceless videos, YouTube videos, how to create a YouTube channel. Then you can now, that's for 50k or 25k. Then you can now upsell. This person would one day want to create an agency, would one day want to learn how to hire other video editors, would one day want to learn how to create a video editing course. Now, this is what you can get on the call with, guide them to create their own. This is what you can charge 150k, 200k for. So you see how I just used a simple skill, video editing, and designed different customer levels for that particular person. Sticking to one product, you're not leaving money on the table. So no more burning out to make 500k per month. You will make it and more with fewer leads, better offers, and higher average customer value. Got it? The third problem is you have attention, but you're not converting. Let me hit you with something that stings a little. You don't have a marketing problem. You have a messaging problem. You're getting views on your WhatsApp status, likes on your Instagram videos, and people are dropping fire emojis in the comments. Some days it feels like the whole internet is clapping for you. But here's the uncomfortable question. How much of that attention is turning into consistent sales? This is one of the most frustrating places to be. You're showing up, creating content, running ads, growing an audience, and somehow the numbers still don't make sense. If you find yourself in this boat, type it to the comment section. I would like to see it. You can just type problem 3, me. All right? You're visible, but not profitable. Here's what's going on. You've built attention, not intention. And that's the difference between Drake and Rihanna. Drake has the attention. He has the fans. He has raving fans. But he can't sell to them the way Rihanna has successfully done. That's why she's a billionaire. And he isn't. Both of them big time celebrities. One built on attention. One built on intention and attention. So you're educating, but you're not converting. I've seen this play out over and over again. So a creator with 40,000 followers couldn't sell a 30k course, but another with 940 leads did 1.5 million in 2 weeks. Same internet. Yes, he ran ads, but I want you to get the message. One was entertaining an audience, the other was speaking directly to a market. And most times that audience you've built is full of people who are not in pain. They are not actively searching for a fix or a solution. You are probably told to build trust and give value. And yes, that's part of it. But in this market, especially the Nigerian market, being helpful is not enough. You have to be relevant and urgent. Let's be honest. Nigerian buyers don't buy because something is educational. They buy because it solves a problem fast. They buy because it gives hope, saves time, relieves fear, or offers a shortcut. That's why someone can sell a 3k ebook on how to relocate abroad and sell out in 48 hours, while another person spends months teaching marketing tips and can't sell a 25k affiliate marketing course. One triggered a deep emotional need, the others gave free lessons. Now, if you're stuck always educating, always posting 10 tips and tutorials, you might be building a fan base of broke people who keep clapping but never convert because you're making them think, not feel. And in our economy, people don't buy based on logic, they buy based on emotion. I'm sure you've heard this: urgency, fear, status, and identity. So yes, maybe your videos are clean, your reels are sharp, your WhatsApp status threads are insightful, but they are not hitting the emotional frequency that makes someone stop scrolling, lean in, and say, I need this right now. You don't need to teach more. You just need to reposition. So you need to craft messaging. You need to craft messaging that filters out the casual crowd and pulls in people who are already solution aware. People who see your post and immediately recognize that it speaks to their now. That's how you shift from chasing likes to closing leads. And once you dial in your message, even a small focused audience becomes powerful. Now your funnel is not just bringing you traffic, it's bringing you target, qualified leads. So this is the solution. Here's how to fix it. Stop posting tutorials that teach people how to do it themselves. Start showing what's broken, why it's costing them, and what happens if they don't fix it now. They will come to you for how to fix it when you ask them, right? So secondly, use emotional based messaging. Buyers don't respond to logic. They respond to pain, fear, identity, and desire. Paint the consequences of inaction. Show proof of previous wins and trigger urgency and right. Call out the right crowd. If your messaging isn't filtering people, it's failing. Start with lines like, for business owners who watch. If you go back to the beginning of this video, you will see the line I started this video with. If you're tired of this is not for you, you filter your audience by calling out the right crowd. Inject relevance plus urgency into your captions and content. Use phrases like before the month ends, if you've tried everything and nothing is working, this is why your 3 launch is flopped. Again, I use it at the beginning of this video to capture and filter those who are not ready to listen to this, right? So the fourth problem is you're still running a hustle and not a business yet. This is something that quietly chokes growth for most 6-figure online entrepreneurs in Nigeria. It's not your content, it's not your price, it's not even your offer. It's the fact that you're doing everything manually and your business depends entirely on your time, energy, and mood. You're still the customer service in your business, you're still the graphic designer, the one who replies messages, the video editor, the one who runs your ad, and you want to scale. Let me show you what I mean. Quick story from someone I helped last month. She was doing about 350k to 450k monthly from her digital product offer. Good at what she did, great content, but behind the scenes, she was the one replying to all the DMs from Facebook and IG lead, manually qualifying them, following up on payments, sending onboarding messages, creating content, and still trying to show up online daily. She was running a full-time business on her energy. And the thing is, it was working, but it wasn't scalable because every single part of her sales process and delivery depended on her being present. If she got sick for a week or traveled, her entire income was affected. No lead, no sales. Now let me break this down. The real problem here is you're the only system in your business. If you're manually sending payment links, setting reminders, or answering the same 5 questions every week, you're not a CEO. You're your customer service, sales rep, admin, and assistant all in one. Now, it's not bad to have that, especially if you're still optimizing to make 6 figures per week. But if you really want to scale to 7 figures, that is shooting yourself in the leg. So you don't have a pipeline. Your leads coming randomly. Some days it hurts. Some days you're begging for someone to click the link and buy. You have no set process that consistently turns strangers into buyers. It's all vibes. See, you're burning energy on repeatable tasks. If you're still doing things manually that could be done automatically, that's why you're not scaling. You don't need better marketing. You need systems that buy back your time, reduce errors, and allow your business to run without you hovering over every step. The same client I mentioned, we helped her set up a simple flow that did the heavy lifting. So there was a lead form that filtered on serious prospects, because you could have 1,000 leads in it and at least 200 of them are unserious people who just come in to ask random questions. Now you have to keep on answering this question, wasting time you should have spent on quality lead. So automated email, WhatsApp messages that educate and follow up, very important. Payment, onboarding handled in one click. So in 30 days, she went from doing everything herself to closing more clients, less stress and more predictability. If you're wondering how, she used Serlzo, which is what I use for all my sales process. So create your account here and I'll put the link in the description. Create your account there. Select a suitable subscription plan to start with. Once you've done that, send me a DM and I'll send you the step-by-step guide on how to set up. So I'll put a link in the description. If you're a business owner and you want to automate at least 70% of all your business process, I'll link it in the description. Fill out the form to redirect you to my DM. I'll give you access to the hard copy of this slide and also the link to create a Serlzo account for yourself. Back to what I was saying. Maybe this is you right now. You're doing decent numbers, you're getting leads, but you're drowning in manual work, inconsistent sales, and constant pressure to be present. The problem isn't effort. You need systems that scale beyond your screen time. So once you fix that, everything else moves faster. More sales, smoother delivery, and more importantly, peace of mind. Solution: automate client qualification plus booking. Use a lead form. You can find a lead form on Serlzo with 3 to 5 smart questions. Let only serious prospects through the door. Use email or WhatsApp automation for follow-ups. Set up a simple 7 to 14 day sequence. Welcome them, answer the top 3 objections, share proof or a testimonial, drop the payment link. All this automated. You just need to sit down, spend 2 hours and set up what would serve you for months. So the good thing is you can use Serlzo to do all that. Again, I'll link it in the description. So problem 5 is you think scaling is more ads. Most of these business owners I worked with, they thought that scaling just requires funding your account more, increasing the daily ad budget, which is wrong. This is so common, I can almost predict it. Once someone starts making 300k to 500k consistently per month, and it seems like they've hit a plateau, the next sentence is, I just need to start running more ads. Fair, it makes sense. More ads means more traffic, which means more money, right? Wrong. Let me show you why that's a dangerous assumption. Imagine pouring water into a basket. That's exactly what running ads into a broken funnel looks like. I saw someone spend 80k on WhatsApp ads. Out of that, 3 people bought a 10k offer. That's 30k return on 80k ad spend. Not even close to break even. Why did that happen? Because his funnel was missing key pieces. No clear lead magnets, no trust builders, no email or WhatsApp follow, no social proof, no urgency, no belief shifting content. So now here's the wild part. I didn't even touch the offer. We just rebuilt the funnel. We rewrote his free lead magnets, added a 7-day WhatsApp follow-up series with Serlzo, injected some proof plus clarity in his messaging, this follow-up messaging. After that, he ran another 35K ad and he made a return of 380K. The same product, the same creator. We just changed the funnel. That's all. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. Traffic doesn't fix a bad funnel, but a great funnel makes any traffic convert better. This is what I call funnel first scaling. Before we run any ad, we make sure your business has a clear lead to sale pipeline, emotional trust and audience triggers, proof that kills doubt, upsells that multiply revenue, and a nurturing part that educates and converts. Once this is in place, ads become a growth lever, not a financial risk. So start with a strong, irresistible lead magnet, not just another checklist. Offer something that solves a real problem immediately. I see most young business owners, they want to create a lead magnet and they just go to ChatGPT and spitball some things, then bring it as a lead magnet. People can sense something that is not valuable to them. So pick up a real problem, invest time, energy, and solve that problem. Give it out for free. You will gain people's trust more than the promise you're even going to do about what you're going to offer them. Set up a 4 to 7 day follow-up funnel at minimum. Day 1, recap the lead magnet, share a story. Secondly, teach one key insight, handle objections, share wins, urgency, and call to action. So use retargeting wisely. Start small. Show proof-driven ads to people who already visited your site or watched 50% of your reel. The result is you don't hope the ads would work. You know your funnel is optimized to catch, nurture, and convert every drop of traffic. People who have watched your videos, people who followed your account recently, people who have visited your websites before, retarget, all right? Remind them. I met someone who had a very crazy funnel. Basically, he runs ads to the same number of people for 4 days straight. This is what he does. He runs a general ad. Now, people that viewed that ad but didn't click on the button, they are stored somewhere. Now, the next day, he launched another ad campaign that targets these people who viewed the website or who viewed the ad but didn't click. Now, the first ad campaign was probably giving away free content or talking about a concept. The second ad campaign is now leveraging on the existence of that knowledge. So he's no more coming to say what he said in the first video. He's launching it and assuming that those he's retargeting have watched the first one. So it's like a journey. Imagine someone telling you, this is a clear example. The first video you watch, someone is telling you, this is the way to do your push-ups 10 times a day. This is the way to do your pull-ups 10 times a day, right? The second video you're seeing about that person is no more telling you about pull-ups or push-ups. He's not telling you, now you've gotten your pull-ups and push-ups right. This is the next thing to do. He's retargeting the people that have watched his first video, but now assuming that they've watched it and not repeating content. So he has like 5 different ad campaigns that will target the same set of people, but at different levels, right? Now, this is a bonus one. You're building alone or worse with the wrong people. And I see this generally, like 80% of the clients I've worked with all had this problem. At some point, talent and drive won't be enough. If you're surrounded by people who don't get it or who laugh at your goals or discourage your idea, you're playing a losing game. Some of you are building serious online businesses, but your inner circle still thinks 500K per month is the peak of success. They're still asking you sure say this thing legit? Still calling your daily grind. That's your online hustle. So you've outgrown these people you started with, but you're too loyal to leave. And when your environment becomes a cage instead of a ladder, your growth hits a ceiling. You stagnate, not because you're lazy, but because the energy around you is stale. Pay to enter rooms where people who are already earning 7 figures per month, way above you. Hire people better than you, not just your guys or your friends or family members. Build real relationships with growth-minded friends. Stop explaining your dreams to people who aren't building anything at all. So 500K per month is not the goal. It's just a checkpoint. All right. These are my final thoughts. All 5 of these problems boil down to one bitter truth. What got you to 500K per month won't take you to 5 million naira per month. So you don't need more reels, ad videos, or more customers. You need better offers, smarter funnels, clear position, simpler messaging, and systems that don't break when sales go up. I usually ask some of my clients, if I drive 1,000 leads to you in a day, am I making a millionaire overnight or am I adding to your problems? So, and that's what this 5 million naira roadmap is all about. I believe I've helped you. If you've made 100K or 500K per month consistently, congratulations. It means you're doing something right. But if you want to scale to 1 million to 5 million per month and not burn out, then you need to rebuild your business to scale and not just to sell. So before you go, if you've watched up to this point and you're thinking, wow, this guy just described my entire situation word for word, you're not crazy. We've seen this many times. I've seen this many times. I've worked with creators, coaches, agency owners, and digital product sellers who were stuck at that frustrating 300K to 500K per month ceiling, despite working 12 hours a day. posting content, running ads, doing live classes and everything. Now imagine what will happen if someone who has worked this path, seen under the hood of dozens of 7 to 8 figure digital businesses, and understands the Nigerian market inside out, sat with you, studied your offer, your strategy, your audience, and we designed your growth game plan with you. That's what I do, right? When my team and I come into a business, we come with clarity, structure, and playbooks that scale results. We look at your offer and what it's silently saying to your audience, your funnel and where your money is leaking, your content and acquisition strategy, and why you're attracting watchers, not buyers. We also look at your internal systems you're using to run it all. Most of you don't even have internal systems. Then we tighten what needs tightening, we design what needs redesigning, and show you exactly what to focus on next to hit your 1 million to 5 million naira per month with less confusion and more consistency. This is not a course, no, it's not another strategy session that ends in theory. It's me doing my thing inside your business. We'll review your business, and if it's a good fit, we'll show you how we can help you move from struggling to skill to strategic growth with predictable income, right? If you want us to take a look under the hood and help you map out your next version of your growth strategy, fill out the short form below. If it's a good fit, we'll reach out, right? So if you're a 6-figure business owner, you want to scale to 7 figures, and you want me to come into your business and check out everything I just outlined now, I'll put a form in the description below. So the first link will be for those of you who want to get the hard copy and open a Serlzo account. The second link will be for those of you who want to fill out the form and have me come into your business. All right, if you got value from this video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and as usual, share this video with just 3 of your business owner friends. Not more, not less. And as always, where you are right now is not your final destination. That's why I'm making this video. We shall meet at the top, but for now, lock in and represent.